La da da. Just a dream, just an ordinary dream. As I wake in bed. Have you ever been to outer space? You know, I will never know. I will never know with you. I don't know your name. I don't know what you do. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what your face, how your face is constructed, or if you're someone who maybe doesn't have a face. So yeah, that's my question. Have you ever been to outer space? And how recent is this? What did you see? What did you see? Why did you come back still? I mean, you're there. You're free from the earth. You came back. Why? Anyway. Yeah, that's my question, because I feel like this is how it feels, learning how to walk again after having a journey out of the planet. This, speaking, talking, trying to put words. Oh, I have another question. When you discuss with yourself, is it always words? Do you always use words when you have this in the upstairs, or maybe here, or maybe here? I'm not sure where the discussion happens. Maybe here. They said we have a lot of the gut feeling. Is it always in words? Because for me, it's not. So I find it really challenging to say exactly what I mean, especially if it's a topic that I have not discussed before with an entity that is outside of myself, like the ones that I am gonna try to discuss right now. Yeah, I'm not sure how many questions have I asked you. I hope it didn't feel like some kind of rapid fire interrogation. Did you kill? Did you kill? Did you steal? Did you? I hope it's not like that. If it is, it's not intentional. I'm sorry. But yeah, the next would be the bird, right? The bird that is not flightless, the bird, the traditional bird who does traditional bird acts. Sorry, my flying primarily, for example. When you see a bird in the sky, it's flying, right? It's flying. Yeah, considering that it's still alive and the gravity is still working, it's flying. And then it does this. It lands here. Maybe like this. And then the feet sort of activates, stands, the bird stands, and then the bird starts to walk. First it was flying, and then it lands. When the bird is flying and then it lands to walk on the land using its feet that it has, nobody put the feet, it's just there, it's meant to be used. Maybe due to evolution, I'm not sure, I'm not deeply knowledgeable in this area, but yeah, present day, there's a bird, it has 2 feet, and it lands, it walks, uses the feet on the land. Do you consider this bird, do you consider that the bird is currently using a mask? If we know that it's meant to be flying, but for some reason it lands and then walks. This is how I explained my perspective to the person I was discussing with recently about social mask, because she is someone who believes in this, that there is such a thing as social masks. And that is my perspective, that it really took me a while, because it really took me a while to put words on it, because like I said, maybe I have discussed it before, but we grow older, our minds get altered. It's hard to put words again on ideas. So it took me a while to really, because she is really, her belief on this is so, it's strong, but I can feel that it's not closed. It's a strong belief, but it's not concrete or cemented or final. And that's what part of what I like about her. She has strong beliefs, but you can feel that she is someone who's open to new perspectives. So I said that yeah, when you see a bird when you see a bird flying in the sky and then it lands and walks on the land, do you think that it is wearing a mask? Because yeah, and then she said no, and then I said that's exactly my point. It's hard for me not to use metaphors. It's really hard. It's really hard for me to just say things. I could end the sentence there, to be honest. It's really hard for me to just say things. So it's inevitable to use metaphors. And yeah, I told her that's how I see it whenever we are with people and the people are with us. Maybe before I believed in this phenomenon of the social mask, when I still have not thought about it thoroughly, or when I still have not experienced life as widely as I now have. Maybe because that tends to happen when we are younger, and then there's an idea that sort of makes sense. We tend to kind of, it must be true. Okay, let's put it here. It must be true. But then as we get exposed to many kinds of human beings, and then we start to feel some kind of, this doesn't feel right anymore. I have also some examples of it that I was thinking before. I landed in front of you and you landed in front of me. I was thinking earlier, trees. Let's take the trees because there's a lot of them. I'm also a tree. Yeah. Before. Before I decided I will just live as a tree so that when the visitors leave, I can deal with it. You know, the birds, they visit the trees. Sometimes they build their nests, they lay eggs, they get married on the tree. They take care of their babies on the tree. But there comes a time when they leave and they even abandon their nests. And if you're a tree, you would understand that that is just the way the nature works. But if you're a human, when someone leaves, it's harder. It's harder. So at some point in time, I kind of just, well, I could be more like a tree when it comes to dealing with being alive. Anyway, the tree, it's there. Trees, for me at least, are very honest creatures. You can see them and then sometimes they make you realize things. No, not sometimes, a lot of the times. But not every branch, not every leaf, definitely not every root, if a root is visible at all, it's not visible. But that doesn't mean that the tree is putting on a mask. That doesn't mean that the tree is putting on a mask. Does it? It's just there. And depending on where you're standing, you could see different parts of it. Especially if it's a very large tree, very complex tree, very tall tree. Maybe there are even trees that the tops are not visible to you because you're very small, and the only way that this will be visible is when you ride an airplane. So yeah, again, that's my point regarding the social mask. And another example I thought of was the ocean. The ocean is also something that I find very honest, very unpredictable, but very honest. You can see, you can enjoy the ocean, you can watch the sun on the ocean, you can do all sorts of things. Near the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, over the ocean, by the shore, by the beach. But will you see the bottom of it? Maybe, maybe not. So I see people like that. I don't see them as wearing a mask. I just understand that there are parts of them that will not be visible to me, and that's alright. I also have a lot of branches or roots that are not always visible. Some of it, you know, also this phenomenon when you meet someone, some people, it kind of feels like, what's my name again? Why is it that suddenly my skin fits differently, and they're just one person. But then you realize something that's, and you just say to yourself, I feel like I just experienced some kind of rebirth just because a person walked in the life. So yeah, I think it's just like that. It's not that people are wearing masks. It's just like that. Even a blade of grass may look very simple, but if you put it under a microscope, you will see another universe. You will see another universe when you put a blade of grass under microscope. Does that mean that the blade of grass is wearing a mask by just existing like that? Very plain, very simple. I don't think so. And also, I told her the reason why I don't have use for this perspective of social masks is because I know that if I use them, I will just be paranoid all the time. Especially I'm someone who has to deal with many people, and not just deal as in they come and go. No, I have to really speak to them face to face. Sometimes they tell me about their day, sometimes they tell me something else that's going on in their life. And if I use the perspective of a social mask, I will not be a joy. I won't be a joy to be with or to be around in closely with. Yeah. And it's just painful. It's painful. And I already will have enough pain. I don't want to add more. If I could lessen the pain of existing, I would. And that's one of the ways to not take and use the concept of the social mask. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm deluded, maybe there is really social masks. But for now, I know that my perspective is not causing harm to anyone. If I just look at someone as if they're an ocean or a tree, and I know that they have roots or creatures beneath their souls that I will not see, but it's fine because I also have them. We can still interact with each other. We can take care of one another. We can listen. I can see them, the parts of them that are visible to me where I am viewing them from. And for now, it works. And I like it. And even if they, for example, one tentacle of them comes out, I will not be as surprised because I know that there will always be things that I will not know in the first place, that before I walked in that conversation. I shall go, my friend. I'm not sure if I'm hungry or if I'm sleepy. Either way, I am feeling something. See you.